So the first thing that we're going to discuss is a field dependency. Okay, so we are going to build a field dependency. Sometimes what happens is that you have a field which is dependent on the other field. For an example, let's say I have a project. Okay, for project, I can have a field called category. From this situation, you have a field called category, and then you have another field called subcategory. Now you want the subcategory to be dependent on the category. So for instance, in category you have marketing or marketing, or let's say you have sales. Okay, in marketing you can have digital marketing and social media marketing. Under sales you can have direct sales and channel sales. Okay, so let's say these are our fields on the project object. So let me just go ahead and create this so that we understand a little better. So we'll take the same app, we're going to create these fields, and we'll understand what exactly this field dependency is going to do. Okay, so I just want to go ahead and edit the project field. That's what I have to do. So all that I'll do is I'll just go to setup. So I just need to go and add those two fields in the project object, right? So you just need to go to setup, create, go to objects, and go to the project object. In the project, I have the option of adding the fields. The field type is going to be pick list. Category is a pick list. Subcategory is also a pick list. So we'll select category. Let's say there are two options here: marketing and sales. I'll create one more field called subcategory. That's also going to be a pick list. Make it visible, click on next, save. So category and subcategory, two fields have been added, right? If someone goes and tries to enter a project information or a project record, the person has two options. You can select marketing or sales. Currently what is happening, no matter whether you select marketing or sales, you get all the options in the subcategory. Okay, there's something which we don't want. I just want that if someone selects marketing, he should only get the options which are related to the marketing, and if someone selects sales, then he should only see the options which are related to the sales category, right? Right now it's simple for you to look into this, but just imagine if you have, like, let's say 20 categories and you have more than 100 subcategories, then it becomes difficult for you to look into all the values and then select, right? And that's the reason why these categories, subcategories kind of segregation is done, right? So there is no point that all the options are available under subcategory also. So we want the subcategory to show only the relevant information based on the category. Okay, so here what we need to do, we just need to go ahead and create a field dependency. Okay, we need to create a field dependency, and we need to make subcategory dependent on category. So based on what value is selected on the category, the options will be available in the subcategory. Okay, and this is very simple. You just have to go to setup and you have to go to the same object, the project object. On the project object, where you create a new field, just beside that new button, you have another button called field dependencies. You just have to click on the field dependencies and you have to create the dependency. Click on new. Okay, now you have to decide which is the controlling field and which is the dependent field. So dependent field is subcategory and the controlling field is category. Go ahead and continue. Okay. Now the categories are listed here, the marketing and sales. Subcategories are listed here. So what all options you want under which category, that you have to select. Like I want digital marketing and social media marketing under marketing. You can press Control and click to select multiple options. Direct sales and channel sales under sales, and include these values. Okay. So now these two values have been included in the marketing. These two values have been included in the sales. That's it. Your job is done. You can just go ahead and click on save. Now if you try to go and add a project, you will see that you have that option. You select marketing, digital marketing, sales. Only the options relevant to sales are available here. Got it? So this is how a field dependency can be defined. Field dependency can be useful, for other cases also. Like if you have a country, state, city, that kind of an option. You want the person to select the country, based on that you just want to display the state, and based on what state the person selects, you just want to display the cities, right? One more example that you can think of here is the people skill set that we talked about. We talked about another field called skill set in people, right? I don't think if you have created that, yeah, skill sets. Okay, so under skill sets again we can do that. One can be the primary skill set for that particular person, whether he's a developer, he is a project manager, he is support kind of a role, and then we can get into the detailed skill set of the person. Okay. So we can have a pick list called primary role, and based on that we can have the skill set options available, right? Instead of making all the skill set options available for all employees, we can do it this way. Okay, so this is field dependency. Okay, the next thing that we are going to do is a roll up summary. What's a roll up summary field? I think we just had a quick discussion on roll up summary field yesterday also. So roll up summary field is basically a field on the parent object which can summarize the child records. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to take an example. Under project we have assignments, right? That's what we saw. Yes, so under project I have assignments. So what I'm going to do is Let's say I have in assignment I have a duration. Each assignment will have a duration, 5 hours, 6 hours, 7 hours. Okay. I want to calculate the project duration through the assignments. Basically, what will be the total duration of the project? Sum of all the assignments, right? That's what we want to do here. So for that, there are two things which we need to do first. First of all, we'll have to have the duration field available on the assignment before you can actually do the sum of these fields. First of all, we'll have to create it in the assignment object. That's one. Secondly, you have to ensure that the relationship field is which one? Roll-up summary is supported in lookup or master detail? It is supported in lookup or master detail?
Master.
Master detail. So we'll have to also see whether the relationship is lookup or master detail. If it is not master detail, we'll have to make it master detail. So let's quickly go and first of all, we'll create the duration field on the assignment object. Create a new field, call it assignment duration. What will be the field number? It will be the number. We want to do a sum, so it has to be a number. On this
Just
field,
on that,
We
sorry.
can't see what you're doing on
I
screen.
think we are not able to see your screen.
Now,
Now we
Yeah.
can. Yes.
okay. So this is creating the field assignment duration. Yeah, fine. Next. Okay. So I have a field called assignment duration. So for each assignment, I have the option of putting a duration. What is the exact duration of that particular assignment? Now, assignment is a child of project. So what I want to do is I want to create a field on project, but instead of manually entering the project duration, I want the project duration to be calculated automatically through the assignment durations. So it should ideally be the sum of all the assignments. For that, we need a roll-up summary field on the project. Roll-up summary field needs to be created on the parent, right? But before we can get there, the other thing that we have to keep in mind is that the relationship has to be a master detail. Currently, the project and assignment, this is the assignment object we are on. The relationship between the project object and this object is a lookup relationship, right? This is a lookup relationship. So what we have to do, we have to try and convert it into a master detail relationship. So it was a lookup. I'm trying to change it to master detail relationship. Cannot create master detail because there is some problem. You cannot create master detail. The records already. You must first create a lookup relationship, populate the lookup field with data in all records, and then change the relationship to master detail. Data has been populated in all the records, I guess. I need to look into assignments. So I'll remove this relationship and I'll create a new one. But the data is already there. Okay. Let's see what data we have in assignments. Okay. So this record is not associated with a project. I will delete this one. It's also not associated with the project, right? I think we did the association, right? Anyhow. Oh, after that we deleted the project object. Alright, alright, alright. We deleted all the data from the project objects, right? Okay. So let us now try to convert that relationship into a master detail. Go to assignment object. So this assignment cap. To go to the object. Okay, so this is the relationship field. We'll click on edit and we'll change it to a master detail relationship. So we'll click on change field type and we'll change it to master detail. Go to next, 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 save. Yeah. So now my field type is not lookup anymore, it is a master detail. Okay. Earlier it did not allow us to do that. The reason was because I already had records with no parent value. So that was the problem. Then I went and populated the values and now it allows us to change from lookup to master detail. Now this part is fine. Alright. Now I have a master detail relationship between project and assignments. So first thing, I needed a duration field on assignment that I have done. I also need to have a master detail relationship between project and assignment. That is what we have done. Now all that you have to do is you just have to go and create a roll-up summary on the parent object. This is the parent, project is the parent. So now go to the parent object and create a roll-up summary field. Project. Create a new field. Roll-up summary. Go to next. I call it project duration. Go to next. What do you want to do? I want to summarize assignments duration. Right. So which object you want to summarize? Assignment. Which field you want to summarize? Assignment duration. What do you want to do? I want to do sum. You can find maximum, minimum count also. You just want to show how many assignments are there for a certain project. You could have actually gone for a count as well. We want a sum, so we selected sum, click on next. Just continue to create the field. Yes. So my project duration field is created, which is a roll-up summary. Now if I go to a certain project, currently project duration is 0. Why it is 0? Because there are no assignments under it. Okay. I'm gonna create assignment. Assignment 1, and duration for assignment 1 is, let's say, 40 hours. Okay. I'll create another assignment. Duration for this is 50 hours. I'll create one more assignment. 3. All are for the same project. All are related to the same project. Duration is 20 hours. Okay. So ideally, the duration of the project should become 40 plus 50 plus 20. That's 110. Let's go and see if that gets updated properly. So we go to this project 3. See, project duration is 110. Why? Because it has 3 assignments. One is of 40 hours, one is of 50 hours, one is of 20 hours. So this is what a roll-up summary field will do, right? So whenever you need this kind of a you have this kind of a requirement, you just want to display how many assignments a project has, or sum of some value, or minimum or maximum, you can do that. So parallelly, you can have one more field which shows max assignment duration for a project or minimum assignment duration for a project. That can also be done. Right? Okay. So let me know if anyone has a question here. Which we are going to do here is the lookup filter. Okay. What is lookup filter? Lookup filter is basically putting a filter on the lookup that you do. For example, uh, think about it. There's an assignment. For assignment, you will pick some person who is going to work on that assignment. You're going to pick a person who is going to work on that assignment. So on assignment, let's say there's a field called required skill set. Yeah. Okay. Let's say there's a field called required skill set on assignment. And when you're picking people, there is something called speciality. Okay. So for an assignment, you have a field called required skill set. For example, required skill set can be something like a Java, or it can be something like a .NET or HTML, for example. I want to make sure that when I'm picking a person for an assignment, when I go to the assignment record, try to search a person, look up a person, I should only get results where the speciality, look up only people where speciality equals to the required skill set. Instead of the lookup, usually what happens when you try to look up a record, you will get to see a whole list of all the users, all the people who are working in the company. But I don't want to get into that part. I just want to ensure that when I'm picking up a person, I am getting people who have the same specialty as my required skill set. If I want Java, I would definitely prefer people who have the specialty in Java, right? How do we do that? So for that, we have to do a lookup filter. But before that, Let me just go ahead and create one more field here on assignment object, which will be a required skill set. Let's go to the assignment object. I'll say pick list. This can be pick list. Um, required skill. Java, HTML, PHP. And I will also create a specialty field on the people object. Go to next. Not visible. Save. Okay. Now when you try to create an assignment, you'll be required to pick pick a person for that assignment who's going to take that assignment. So you try to create a new assignment here. Okay. You pick a person. Usually it is showing you all people, right? Desktop. Right now I just have two here. So let me just go and assign the specialities to these people. So someone called Hema, whose speciality is Java. And then we have someone called Chief. Let's say his specialty is HTML. Right. Now when I'm trying to pick a person for a certain assignment, I just want that based on the required skill set, it should show me the data. It shows me all. It doesn't show me only one person. Ideally, it should only show me the people who are expert or who have specialty in Java, right? So it shows me all. The reason is we have still not set up the lookup filter. So we have to set up the lookup filter. The lookup filter needs to be done on the object on which we have the lookup field. The field is on assignment object. So just go to the setup and go to assignment object. Here we are in the assignment object. Go to that relationship field. This is the field. Click on edit. And we will set up a lookup filter for this. So on that, if you click on edit, towards the end you will see lookup filter option. Okay, by default there is no filter, but if you want you can put filter. So just say show filter settings and we will have the filter settings available here. So what is my criteria? What is the criteria that I want to do? I want to say that assignment, what is that? Assignment required skill set has to be equal to the people speciality. assignment required skill should be equal to the value of should be equal to the field, not value. If you want to, make it equal to a certain value, then you can select this. But I want to make sure that it is equal to a certain field. Which field? PP specialty. Okay. So that's a filter criteria where we have given. Sometimes you might want to not enable the filter right now, but I'm enabling the filter. Just save it. Let's see if it works fine now. So if I try to create an assignment, I select Java here, try to search, see, depends on required skill. Now it only shows me HEMA, it doesn't show me G because HEMA is the one who has specialty in Java. At the same time, if you select HTML, it will search a person. It shows you only G because there's a person who has specialty in what is that? HTML. Get it? So this is also, the concept wise it is very similar to the field dependency that you did. Here also you are making the field dependent, but this is a lookup field being made dependent on some other field. Alright. The field dependency was more for pick list values. Correct. So whenever you want your lookup field to work with a certain criteria, then this lookup filter will be used. Alright. Let me know if anyone has any question or doubt here.